Maria stepped off the bus. Dust swirled around her, coating her shoes. 20 years had passed since she last walked these streets. Back then, the air buzzed with life, not the silence that hung heavy now. Maria, a renowned climate scientist, had returned to study the changes. Yet, nothing could have prepared her for the stark reality she faced in her own village. The familiar scent of her grandmother's garden, a memory of jasmine and fresh earth, was gone. In its place, a dry, dusty wind blew. Over the years, climate change has shifted from a distant warning to an urgent reality. What was once a specific projection has become an undeniable crisis demanding immediate actions. Maria is an African girl, determined to make a difference. Maria closed her eyes, seeking solace in the past. She often found herself drifting back to those simpler times, where every moment seemed to be painted with the hues of joy and tranquility. Memories flooded back, vivid and alive, as if they had happened just yesterday. Each recollection was a precious fragment of a life that once was. The village had been a paradise, nestled amidst the vast African savanna. It was a place where nature and humanity coexisted in perfect harmony, a sanctuary untouched by the chaos of the modern world. A ribbon of clear water, the lifeblood of the community, flowed through the heart of the village. This river was more than just a water source. It was a symbol of the village's unity and resilience. Maria opened her eyes to a scene of devastation. The once fertile fields lay barren and cracked. The river had dwindled to a trickle, its dry bed a testament to the relentless drought. The lush greenery had given way to skeletal trees. The houses stood dilapidated and abandoned. The laughter of children had been replaced by an eerie silence. The village, once a symphony of life, now stood as a haunting reminder of the devastating power of climate change, their faces etched with worry and uncertainty. Each day was a battle against the odds, a fight to hold on to what little they had left. The drought had decimated their crops, leaving them with little to eat. The once fertile land now lay barren, a stark reminder of nature's wrath. The village elder greeted Maria with tired eyes, telling stories of families torn apart. His voice was heavy with sorrow, recounting the days when the village thrived. He spoke of the government's inaction, their promises of aid lost in a bureaucratic maze. The villagers' pleas for help had fallen on deaf ears, leaving them to fend for themselves. The once strong community was fraying at the edges. The bonds that had held them together were weakening as despair took hold. The social fabric that had held them together was unraveling, leaving behind a sense of hopelessness. The village, once full of life, now stood as a testament to their struggle and resilience. A profound sadness washed over Maria, enveloping her like a dark, suffocating cloud. This was not just data in a scientific report, not just numbers and graphs on a screen. This was her home, her people, her heritage, crumbling before her eyes, reduced to rubble and memories. The vibrant community she once knew, filled with laughter and life, had been reduced to a shadow of its former self, a ghost town. The weight of responsibility pressed down on her, a heavy burden she could not escape. She had spent years studying climate change, dedicating countless hours to research, but knowledge without action was meaningless, a futile endeavor. She felt a surge of anger at the politicians and corporations who denied the reality of climate change, who prioritized profit over the planet, and anger at herself for not doing enough, for not speaking out louder, for not fighting harder. The regret gnawed at her, a constant reminder of her perceived failure.
But here's the good news. NASA isn't just observing, but acting. Through resources like the Earth Observatory, they're sharing critical information to help us understand and tackle this crisis. By spreading awareness and promoting scientific understanding, NASA empowers us all to make informed decisions for a sustainable future. So, next time you look up at the stars, remember, the answers to saving our planet might be up there. Let's act now for our Earth and future generations.